Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my friends. Whenever you are watching this video, welcome back to another math time with me, Miss X. I'm super excited to have you all here again. Let's begin by taking a look at our objectives. Now remember, our objective is always broken up into 3 separate parts so we know exactly how we're going to do something, what it is that we need to understand, and lastly, why we're doing it or why it's important. You may read it with me or in your head as I read it out loud to you. I will use tape diagrams to help me show repeated addition with numbers and pictures in order to figure out how many groups I have and how many things are in each group. I know that sounds like a lot, my friends, so if that's very confusing, pause here and replay me reading the objectives for you again. Let's jump straight into our teacher model so I can show you what we're trying to do. All right, friends and families, welcome to the first part of the teacher model. We have a word problem today. You may read with me or in your head as I read out loud to you. There are 2 apples in Jane's bag, 3 apples in Sam's bag, and 1 apple in Anne's bag. Now, how many apples do the children have in all? Oops, I'm going to go back and reread the question because I added an extra word. How many apples do the children have in all? My friends, you know, as great mathematicians, we always have to go back and reread the problem, circle important numbers, and underline the question so we know exactly what it is that we are solving for. Let's go ahead and do that. There are 2 apples in Jane's bag, 3 apples in Sam's bag, and 1 apple in Anne's bag. How many apples do the children have in all? I see 3 important numbers. I see 2 apples, I see 3 apples, and then I see 1 apple. My question reads, how many apples do the children have in all? This word, these 2 words, in all, are really important. This tells me I'm probably going to be finding the whole, meaning 2 is going to be a part, 1 is going to be a part, and 3 is going to be a part. That is how we work with a word problem and show using our part-whole language. Now, we know the 3 parts, so we're going to add them in order to get the whole. But in order to do that, we have to draw a tape diagram. This is really important, okay? Go ahead and draw the tape diagram like I have. And I'm going to draw it into 3 parts because we have 3 parts. We have Jane's bag, Sam's bag, and Anne's bag. So we know the parts. And we have a tape diagram. Let's go ahead and draw our dots in to show apples. Remember, we have Jane's bag, and then we have Sam's bag and Anne's bag. Jane had 2, and then Sam had 3, and Anne had 1. We know the parts, so we add them. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6. That gives us the whole, which is 6. How would this model be different if they were equal groups of 2 in each bag? Let's show the change. So if it's going to be 2 equal groups in each bag, I would move one from Sam's bag into Anne's bag. There are still 3 groups because we still have Jane's bag, Sam's bag, and Anne's bag. But now they are all equal, or they all have the same amount of apples. You've noticed that the boxes represent our groups, and our dots inside represent the number or amount in each group. Now let's change our model to show numbers instead of dots, okay? What number should we write in each box? We should write 2. So I'm changing the dots for a number. I'm changing the dots for a number in Sam's bag. I'm changing the dots for a number in Anne's bag. What do we do when we know the parts? Yeah, we add to find the whole, and the question is also asking us to find the whole. It's easy now to see the repeated addition, isn't it? With this problem, we are adding 2's. So 2 plus 2 is 4. That's a doubles fact. Plus 2 more is 6. So our whole is 6. And we're going to box that in. Let's go ahead and write our sentence. Our sentence is going to answer our questions, because our question reads, how many apples do the children have in all? Well, we know then that now that the children have 6 apples in all. Don't forget to box in your solution and underline your unit, which is apples, because apples is the thing or item that we are counting. As you get ready to move into your independent practice and your exit ticket, please keep these 2 things in mind. Number 1, read the instructions carefully. I say this in every video. It's so important that you read the instructions carefully. Do not guess what you need to do. Read the instructions. It will help you. Number 2, pay attention to when you need to draw your own tape diagrams. At first, they will give you tape diagrams. Later on in your work, you will need to draw your own nice, neat, organized tape diagrams. And lastly, work on these 3 pages. Pages 56, 57, and 58. If you don't have the worksheets, please click the link in the description box below. It will take you to the worksheet. If you don't have a printer, do not worry about printing it. Just write down the problems on a separate piece of paper and solve it on your own the best that you can. I'm looking forward to all of your wonderful work. Good luck, and see you all in the next lesson.